Yeah.
honestly, I'm gonna be completely candid since, two candid
Yeah.
cousins. I'm like really considering getting the double chin lipo like in the next few
Yeah.
months. Like I'm really
Oh, okay.
considering it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Welcome back. We're your host, Savannah.
And Kaylin.
Today, we are going to talk about plastic surgery. We're going to look at some before and afters of some celebrities. We're going to explore some reasons why they might want to get plastic surgery and some advice for those who are possibly wanting to get it in the future. Yes. And also, like Kaylin said, disclaimer, all of these, plastic surgery claims about these celebrities, they're all alleged. We don't know for sure. None of them has really been confirmed as far as I know. And on top of that, neither Kaylin nor I have any issue with anyone who wants to get plastic surgery. Hell, I've even been talking about getting double chin lipo. I'm not nothing against it, honestly. Like if you want to do that, I mean, go for it. You do what makes you feel confident and sexy.
We're basically just going to talk about the stigmas behind it and what you should think about before going through with it, basically.
Exactly. And how normal it is in society right now.
Yeah.
That's why I feel like it's so important to talk about because it's everywhere. Plastic surgery, Ozempic, and Wegovy are everywhere right now. We are in an age.
Right.
All right. So I have some pictures I want to show you.
Okay.
All right. So this is Ariana Grande, as you know. The ones towards the left are obviously like back when she was on that Nickelodeon show, Victorious.
Right.
And then you can see her gradually becoming more and more like the Hollywood ideal.
Right.
And it sucks too because she's such a beautiful woman. Like she is so beautiful. And she's Italian and I'm Italian. And I wish she would have just like, because I see her old nose, I see it in my nose. And I'm like, why didn't you just I love it, And then this one to the very, very right where she's blonde is from this year.
Yeah.
And she looks
and
like
doesn't she have like a condition that she's going through right now? Do you know? I feel like she's like sick with something and people were like, because I've seen a video of people talking about how unhealthy she looks and people were like, she's literally sick and can't stop losing weight. You should stop judging people.
Oh, I don't think
that might be a thing. I don't know.
I don't think it is. I think there are rumors that she might have an ED. Yeah. There were rumors because I mean, from the picture on the right, she's gotten even thinner from that. Yeah. So, but if you think about plastic surgery instead of like just her body, I mean, look at the nose. There's definitely was like an eyebrow lift, probably.
Oh yeah.
Kind of honestly, I kind of feel like there might have been a facelift.
Yeah.
If you look at the very, very beginning versus now.
It looks like she had surgery on like her jaw.
Oh yeah, for sure. Which I mean, we get it. Jaw definition is in right now, but like, look at her jaw before. It looked great. It was very sharp, very strong. So that's Ariana. Next is Dove Cameron. I don't know if you know her. I love her personally.
Yeah, that's a big difference.
The one at the top is pretty much how she was when she first started to get into acting.
Wasn't even bad.
She was so cute.
Seriously.
She literally looked like a cute dove or like a little like, I don't know, she's so adorable. And then the one to the right with her wearing the yellow.
Yeah.
That's from her popular Disney Channel show Liv and Maddie, which I actually used to watch growing up, and I adored her in it. I thought she was like the epitome of beauty.
Yeah.
I remember I wanted to look like her so much. And it's just so sad to me that like even she wasn't happy with herself because she said this in interviews. Like she's openly discussed her issues with like her body. And I believe she claimed, and this is just, I believe, I'm not 100% sure, that she has body dysmorphia, which I do too. So it's very, relatable.
And just to throw that out there, body dysmorphia is the #1 cause of plastic surgery addiction.
Yep. And that's why we're going to be talking about that in our episode next week with my therapist, Dr. Tanya. Anyway, had to throw that little promo in.
Yeah.
And then the one at the bottom is obviously her at the Barbie premiere. So it's like the most recent picture. You can see,
and she's still gorgeous.
Oh, she's beautiful. But
I love her eyes.
she does not look the same. That's for sure.
No.
Like, I feel like she definitely got like the ponytail lift.
She got a lift because her
Yeah.
eyelids don't look as hooded.
Yeah, exactly. And then the buccal fat removal for sure.
Yeah.
I mean, look at her cheekbone. Like, absolutely.
And of course, like lip fillers, all that, like
Yep.
fillers.
Yep. For sure. This is why you can't ever compare yourself to celebrities because
Yeah.
they're just so
To
different. They have
me, I
access
feel
to
like
so much more than us.
and I feel like people's imperfections is what makes them unique.
Yes, me too.
And
Because
not just look
now,
like every other person out there, you
yeah,
know?
I feel like all celebrities are like starting to look like clones now, basically.
Yeah. They
All
all go
right,
to the
next
same
one.
surgeon.
Here we go. We got the infamous Khloe Kardashian.
Yeah. You
This
know,
was a big one.
there's rumors, and I believe it, that Khloe Kardashian is actually biracial.
Oh, I could see that. Well, did you hear why she would be biracial?
Yeah.
Because yeah. Are you gonna say it?
You can say it.
People think that she might be OJ's daughter.
Yeah.
Yeah. Her dad, Robert Kardashian, was the defense attorney for OJ. Not that out there. He was a very close family friend. And
Yeah.
I am sorry, but I saw some comparisons of her old
So
face
similar.
with OJ, and I was like, oh my
Yeah.
God. Because I never thought she looked like
It's
any of
to
her
me,
sisters.
it's very clear she looks biracial, like
Oh yeah, 100%.
and
I
that makes even more sense of why she felt like she needed not besides the fact that she's
fit
a
in.
Kardashian, but that
Yeah.
she needs so much surgery to look like her sisters.
Exactly. And I hate how much, like, in the picture to the right, how much she,
Yeah.
like, got her nose down.
Yeah.
She was so beautiful before. I
So
mean, she's still
beautiful.
beautiful, but she's like
Yeah.
a natural, like, glowy goddess, like, you know?
Right.
Ugh, and now she looks like every other bitch. Like, it's
I
just
wonder what else she
sad
got besides her nose, because she doesn't look like she did that much.
in this picture.
Well, yeah.
I also know that she, like, photoshops a ton, so she's, like, known for that,
Yeah.
basically.
Yeah.
She's gotten so skinny. Like, I saw some previews for the recent Kardashian episode or something, and I barely recognized her. So
She's the main one that I'm like, I completely understand why she has body dysmorphia, because
oh,
everyone has
yeah.
always referred to her as, like, the fat Kardashian
But
sister.
look at her, she's not even fat.
Literally.
She never and even if she
She has
was.
some fucking curves,
Oh,
natural
yeah.
curves, unlike any of the rest.
Well, Kim had some, naturally, but yeah, anyway, this
Yeah.
makes me sad. I just wish Khloe didn't feel the need to change herself so much,
Yeah.
but next we have Mindy Kaling,
Wow.
which the one on the right is the most recent one. She's
I
definitely
love
been on
her.
Ozempic, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure she was a spokesperson for it.
Wait, for real? Maybe.
Maybe not. Maybe I'm
Maybe.
wrong.
But you can't really see her face too well because it's kind of far away. But she definitely changed a
Yes.
lot.
Yes. Her
Like,
face
I
is
mean,
literally a complete different shape, and it's not
I
because of weight loss.
no, look, her hair is all the way smooth back, so you can like see it. Like you can see what her
Yeah.
face shape is.
Yeah.
It I don't know, it sucks when all of your favorite like body positive kind of chubbier celebrities start losing all this weight and looking like different people and like kind of giving in to the beauty standard. It
Right.
sucks cuz like I love Mindy Kaling, you know?
And
I'm
we
like,
say,
why?
like, the chubby she wasn't even freaking, like, barely chubby. Like,
Barely. Shit compared to other celebrities.
I would love to look like that.
Oh yeah, you and me both, girl. All right, next we got Lady
Oh,
Gaga. So let me explain a little bit. The two at the top, it's a before she got famous, I believe, and then like the most recent. The
yeah.
one where her hair is up is kind of like how I know her, like how I recognize her like from recent years, like
Like AHS.
when she
Yeah.
was in that movie with
A
oh
Star Is Born.
yeah,
Yeah.
Bradley Cooper. And then the one all the way on the right, the TikTok is
Right.
like I remember this video came out and like recently, a couple months ago, and people were like, "Who the fuck is that?"
Yeah.
They're like,
My
"That's not Lady Gaga."
not to get off like a little off topic, but we're still talking about Lady Gaga. There's like been some videos going out this week of her. She had this interview where she's talking about her recent experience with, I can't for the life of me right now remember the lady's name, but she's that lady that like does all the like rituals and stuff that's
Yeah.
famous.
Oh, I
Well,
know what
she
you're
was
talking about.
talking about her in the interview, and then she just zones out, and then there's video footage of her leaving the interview, and she's like stuck in slow motion, and it's so creepy and eerie.
Ooh, maybe we'll have to talk about that
Like
next
she's
week.
literally like walking to the car, and she's like,
Ew, I have to look that up. I have to look it up after. That's creepy. That's so
yeah.
creepy.
So
But yeah, look at her before. Honestly, her before
yeah.
kind of looks like me a little. So like it's
Honestly,
kind
yeah,
of
I could
like
see that. I could
like
see
the
that though.
nose, the lips, like the
Yeah.
face shape. Because she's
Yeah.
also I believe she's Italian.
Yeah. I'm
So
pretty positive she is.
and then it's like now you look at her and she looks like every other white woman on Instagram.
And I
And it's
love
like,
Lady Gaga. Like, why did
me
she have
too.
to?
And it sucks too because she literally like came out with Born This Way. Like that's like her
Yeah.
brand. Like just own who you are, be confident in your own skin. And then she does this. I'm like, no. And of course this is all alleged.
She's
But
probably a clone.
probably I wouldn't be surprised. I mean, look at her eyes in the TikTok video. There's like no life in them.
She looks so different.
And look at the most recent
And
one
the
above the
funny thing
TikTok.
is, I don't even feel like she got a nose job. Like, okay, it looks like
No.
her nose is different, but it doesn't look better. Like, it
No.
still looks like a nose that someone would be like, "Oh, I need to get a nose job."
I
You know
think
what I mean?
maybe this is just my speculation from going off of these specific pictures right now. She definitely got a surgery where she changed her jaw completely. She has
That
almost
like,
like
it literally does not look like Lady Gaga. Like, I
no.
don't believe that I'm looking at Lady Gaga.
She literally has like the handsome Squidward jawline now, if you
Yes.
know what I'm talking about. And
Yes.
then her face shape before is very similar to mine with less, fat, but and then obviously I see some lip filler. There's no way that's just lip
Oh, yeah.
liner.
Oh,
I feel
yeah.
like she got an eyebrow lift for sure.
Yes.
Possibly some kind of facelift.
Her
I don't
eyebrows
know.
just look completely different.
Yeah,
And
maybe
not, like, drawn on different or even tattooed, like, it looks like natural hair, but complete different shape.
they're more arched and they're higher, which probably
Yeah.
means she got an eyebrow lift. And then if you look
Yeah.
at her teeth,
Yeah, she got new teeth. Had to have.
she got new veneers that I think are like a little too big for her mouth, and so that's why it looks so different. Those are
She
just my
literally looks
speculations.
completely different. Like, her eyes look a
Yep.
little different, like, just everything.
I know. I was shocked. Anyway, moving on.
Wow.
This is Megan Fox.
Wow.
Now, granted, in the picture on the left, it's a completely different makeup look. She was younger,
So
whatever.
pretty, like
Gorgeous. But you could definitely see she definitely got a nose job. I don't think
in
she
my
got
opinion, her nose was way cuter before.
I know, same, and I love her little
I didn't
freckles. I didn't know she had
Yeah, I was
freckles.
gonna say, I didn't know she had freckles.
They're so cute. But, she definitely got lip filler because
Yeah.
which is crazy to me.
Although her lips are, like, a lot fuller than I would expect them to be.
Oh, yeah, I thought they were
Like, in the
thinner.
before picture, you know?
Yeah, for sure. And it sucks because like, she was, like, so beautiful before, and it's like,
Yeah.
now she looks like a Kardashian.
Yeah.
Like, that's what I
Straight
see
up.
when I see her now. I get her mixed up with Kim Kardashian now all the time when I see pictures of them.
That's
I'm
so
like,
funny.
"Oh, Kim, no, Megan." And that is the last one. So,
That was
oh,
very
hang on.
interesting.
Let me fix her setup. There we
Yeah.
go.
That was
Yeah.
super interesting.
A lot of celebrities, you're so used to, like, looking at them and stuff that you just don't even notice that they change so drastically over the years.
Yeah.
So seeing a good old, like, before and after is really jarring
Yeah.
sometimes.
Even
But yeah,
like, I feel like even looking at before and after pictures of myself after years
Same.
of not looking at my old self, I'm like, "Who is that?"
Same here, trust me. And I wanna talk about, like, some of the reasons why people might get it, and
Yeah.
I wrote down a few of them, like, some of them were, like, body dysmorphia, like we talked about. Just a classic case of insecurity, like we all have. Social pressure, of course. Like if all your friends and everyone on social media is looking a certain way, and that's what you feel
All the
like men
celebrities you
want,
see.
you know, you're
Yeah.
like, oh, okay. The industry. So like
Yeah.
celebrities, I kind of understand why they do it. Like they are their own brand.
Yeah.
And they have to keep up with the times. I'm not saying it's okay. Like I don't think it's okay for it to be so normalized in the
No.
industry, but I also understand why it is at the
I
same
feel like
time.
the reasoning they do it is different because, like,
Yeah.
people in society do it because they wanna look different or they're
Mhm.
insecure about themselves or whatever reason, but I feel like a lot of celebrities do it because their manager says they have to,
Oh, yeah.
or their contract says they have to,
Mhm. Exactly.
and they're kind of
Exactly.
forced into it, you know?
And if they weren't doing plastic surgery, you already know that they have pressure to, like, be thin and lose weight constantly and
Yeah.
constantly be on a diet and a strict exercise regimen and all that kinda stuff. So, I've honestly considered getting plastic surgery for
Yeah, me
myself.
too.
And what I would have gotten done would probably like a little bit of lip filler on the top lip, a breast reduction because
I wanted a whole damn BBL.
I kind of want that too a little bit. No. But just definitely a breast reduction. You know how big they are. And also, man, what was the other thing I was gonna
Same here with that, though.
double chin lipo. And I'm
Well,
honestly
girl,
still
it's in
considering
our
it.
genetics.
That right? So why not kill those fat cells, right? Like so,
Yeah.
honestly, I'm gonna be completely candid since, two candid
Yeah.
cousins. I'm, like, really considering getting the double chin lipo, like, in the next few
Yeah.
months. Like, I'm really
Oh, okay.
considering it. Yeah.
Yeah.
I've been looking into it. If I
Is
can
it
find a
expensive?
I don't know, that's the problem because it's, like, different prices everywhere you go and what area
Yeah.
you go in. But, yeah, I'm considering it. So, I hope you all know that this is from a place of love and understanding because I'm considering getting something done myself. So not trying to be judgmental over here. But I did want to give some like closing advice to anyone who might be considering getting plastic surgery or feeling like you have to because of your friends or your family or your boyfriend or society.
Yeah.
Plastic surgery is super permanent. And granted, you can always get other things done to kind of like balance it out and fix it, but do you really want to do that? So,
Yeah.
my suggestion is, and I'm going to do this too before considering chin lipo more seriously, do some journaling and thinking and ask yourself, would it truly be worth it? And would it really make you love yourself more? Would it
Yeah.
really help? Because sometimes when we don't love ourselves enough, it's the internal, like showing up as the external, if that makes
Yeah.
sense. So, like, we blame our external, but it's really just the internal. We're not happy with ourselves.
Mhm.
So, do some journaling, kind of try to explore a little bit, like, what's going on in your head and your reasoning. And, maybe you have some self work to do first. Maybe try booking an appointment with a therapist that you really vibe with and kind of discuss, the pros and cons with them and why you're thinking about getting it and some more like short term solutions that could help.
Yeah.
And, also don't forget to get some advice from people that you love and trust and respect because that's
Yeah.
really important too. Don't make an
Mhm.
impulsive decision based on a beauty standard because beauty standards are
Mhm.
constantly changing over and over and over. And eventually you're going to be a beauty standard at some point. So there's
Yeah.
no point changing just for them and for society.
Yeah.
If you're feeling down on yourself or insecure and you're considering plastic surgery, try something that's less costly and permanent, like saying some confidence affirmations in the mirror while you're getting ready. Get a mani pedi, do something different with your hair, take some cute selfies, get out of your pajamas, like
Yeah.
things like that can make a bigger difference than you would think, like in how you view
Right.
yourself and how, you love yourself. So, I
Yeah.
mean, what all I can really say about it is, if you're considering plastic surgery, just look inward and think, is this really an external problem or is it an internal problem?
Yes, and keep in mind that it can be so addicting.
Oh, yeah.
So, if you get plastic surgery and then, like, almost immediately feel like, "Oh, I need more. Oh, now I don't like
Yeah,
this about myself," really, take time to evaluate. Give yourself time
yeah,
in between
yeah,
to adjust.
definitely.
Some people get plastic surgery and then they go through a phase where they're even more conscious about
Yeah,
themselves because like what I feel like what people don't prepare you for when you get plastic surgery is even though you have this image of your head that you're going to look better,
yeah.
it's still hard to get used to the new you.
Oh,
Just
yeah.
like just like when you dyed your hair and you went back
Yeah,
closer to your natural color and went darker. Like
yes.
for a second you went through a shock and you were like, "Oh my god, I don't know if I like this." But then you're
I
like,
went through
"Okay."
whiplash.
Yeah. It's
'Cause,
just the
like you
thing.
said, you're so used to seeing this version of yourself, and then you
Mhm.
change it, and you're like, "Oh my god, do I even like this?"
Yeah.
You know? So, I
Yeah.
don't know, something to think about. If you have any, like, sort of, I don't know, like, ethnic features or genetics that show up on your face, like I mentioned the Italian genetics a lot of times, leave them if you can.
Yeah,
Seriously,
it's
like,
what makes
don't
you you.
I know, don't erase, like, your family's heritage, you know what I mean? Like, this is
Right.
my grandpa's nose, this is my grandma's lips, like,
Yeah.
it's not just you, you're representing your generation, your family.
Yeah.
So,
And,
yeah.
one thing is and this is gonna be kinda sappy, sorry, but there's things I used to not like about myself that now I do because
Yeah.
Lana, my daughter,
Oh,
has those same features, and it's like,
yeah.
well, she's so adorable with it, like, my eyebrows, I've always hated my eyebrows
Really?
because 'cause I'm just like, "Where they at?" But she has the same eyebrows, granted they're a darker hair color because she's
Yeah.
not super ginger like me, but I'm like, "But the shape of the eyebrows are so cute." Like, now that I see it on her,
Yeah.
I can appreciate it on myself, you know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Yeah,
So,
exactly.
it's just weird.
I love that, and it's so funny too because Kylie Jenner was even saying that in,
Really?
like, yeah, in a recent episode of The Kardashians, she was talking about beauty standards, and she was saying, "After I had Stormy, I looked at her and I was like, 'That's my nose, those are my lips.'" She's like,
Yeah,
"Why did I hate myself so much? Like, it's beautiful," you
yeah,
know? So, yeah, I think it's definitely relatable.
yeah, for sure.
But yeah, I think it's time to wrap things up, but
Yeah,
this was
we
a
have
great
shadow work
episode.
questions. Did you do a
Oh,
shadow work?
shadow work questions, yes. Oh my god.
I have a kind of a
Um,
juicy one.
okay, do you wanna go first then?
Sure.
Okay.
Okay, so mine's kinda complicated. Sorry.
Uh-oh.
Okay. So can you remember a time that a negative comment was made about your body? What was it and how did it make you feel?
Oof, that's a hard one because there were so many of them.
One that still
Um,
affects you
um,
or, sticks with you.
okay. This is a little spicy, so I'll try to keep it as censored as possible.
Okay.
But, whenever I did start dating, back in, like, 2019 or so, I had moved out for the first time, and I was on the dating apps for the first time, and I had like, I had no dating experience. I mean, I was in a cult. I was still in the cult at the time.
Yeah.
No dating experience. I never went on a date. I never kissed a guy, never held hands, texted a guy, really nothing. And anyway, there was this one dude that I was talking to, and we were supposed to go out on a date the next day. So I was on Snapchat at the time, and I sent him a spicy picture, full body, thinking I
Okay.
looked great. You know what I mean? I was like,
Yeah.
"Oh,
Feeling
okay." You know what I
confident.
mean? Like, "I'm
Yeah.
looking good." All he wrote back was, "You're a pig. You look disgusting. Lose some weight." And then he blocked me.
Oh my god.
So, that one obviously really stuck with me. 'Cause of out of all the comments I've gotten about my body, like, growing up,
Right.
that's the one that sticks with me.
Yeah.
But it's just such a sinking, terrible feeling when especially because
Yeah.
at the time I was looking to men for validation, I'm not afraid to admit that.
Yeah. And you
And
weren't
then
used to the dating world.
the validation that I get is that
Right.
I was, like, 50 pounds maybe even more thinner than I am now. So
Yeah.
like, what the heck, man? But yeah, it made me feel like shit. I
And the
ended up
second part oh, sorry, go ahead.
I was just gonna say I ended up like skipping out on a lot of dates for like a month
Oh,
after
yeah.
that, and I ghosted a lot of guys after that because I was like, I'm scared. I'm scared to put myself out
Yeah.
there now.
I don't blame you, man.
Yeah.
That's crazy. I was just gonna say, so the second part of the question is, do you think it sticks with you today? And if so, how can you let go of it?
Oh yeah, it definitely sticks with me. But it's one of those things like it pops up in my head every once in a while. But at the same time, like I feel like I definitely love myself now and I didn't then. And I know myself now and I
Yeah.
didn't then. And I have a very good looking husband who thinks that I am very good looking. So it's just
And you
like,
don't need some and I hope he sees this if you're out there somewhere. You don't need some fucking nobody asshole's
yeah,
selfish opinion on how your body looks, like,
exactly.
you know,
Exactly. And it's like
you need
when it
validation from
comes down
him.
to it doesn't matter anyways. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like,
it's
who
irrelevant.
cares? Who cares? But yeah, that's how I feel about it now. Like I said, it'll
Yeah,
pop up sometimes, but it's not as big of a trigger for me anymore like it used to be because
yeah,
I've grown so much in myself. So
yeah, yeah.
yeah.
Definitely this last year.
Oh yeah. The last 6 months, bro.
Yeah,
I like
same though.
transformed.
I think I've grown more mentally in general just in the last,
I
like,
think
6
you have
months, you know?
too. Yeah. All right. You ready for my question? It's not
Yeah,
as
I'm ready.
complicated.
That's
I
okay,
think
good.
we pulled it from the same website too.
Probably was, like, the first one on Google.
When do you first remember feeling the pressure from society to look a certain way?
Ooh, probably I'd say, like, 11 or 12.
Oof, that's so young.
I know, because I mean, I was still self-conscious before then, or,
Yeah.
like, aware of how I wanted to look, I should say, but
Yeah.
I wasn't as self-conscious, it was more like, I just want these cute clothes so I can look cool.
Yeah.
But when I hit, like, 11, I gained a lot of weight. I
Mm.
went through, like, a growth spurt, and I went from, like, being a twig and literally, like, I gained so much weight within probably 6 months to a year to where
Yeah.
I looked like a whole different kid.
Yeah.
So it was very, like, eye-opening, it made me self-conscious, and
Mm.
also I was, like, going into middle school.
Oh, worst
So
timing. Worst timing.
yeah, so I feel like that just it put me in this like, I went into hermit mode, and I didn't
Yeah.
leave hermit mode, like, all of my years and from, like,
Oh.
middle school and up. I was
Yeah.
just, like, the shy girl. I
Yeah.
had, like, my close friend group that I was super outgoing with, but then the rest of the school didn't know I existed. They knew me as, like, the big hoodie girl. That's what people used to say. I was the big girl that always wore hoodies, is
My
how they
mom
would
used to
refer to
always
me.
ask, like, "Why does Kaylin always wear hoodies all the time?"
'Cause my arms was fat.
You think we care
At
about that
least
in our
I thought.
family?
At least I thought that.
Yeah. Yeah,
At
no, I
that
get
time,
that. I get
you
that.
know?
Damn. Well,
Yeah.
that's sad. That's sad. I hate society, man.
Right? Seriously, though.
Anyway,
We gotta
I
do
feel
better.
like
We gotta
yeah,
do better for this next
definitely.
generation, you know?
Definitely. And I feel like our generation is like getting there. We're definitely getting
Yeah,
there. So,
definitely.
all right, time to wrap things up.
Time to wrap it up. It's been a good one.
It has been a good one.
I'm
Thank you
even
guys.
more excited for next week. Please,
Oh,
please, please stay tuned.
I'm so excited. Like we said before earlier, my therapist, Dr. Tanya, will be coming on and we will be having kind of like an interview with her
Yes.
about body dysmorphia, beauty standards, EDs,
All the
intuitive
good stuff.
eating, all the things, all the things. So you guys
Yes.
definitely want to tune in for that episode. You do not want to miss this.
Yes. Yes,
Well, thank you
definitely.
so much for watching
Yes,
and
thank you, thank you.
don't forget to share and, play your
Yes,
video and wow, my mind
subscribe,
went blank. My mind went blank. All right, bye
like,
guys.
subscribe. Bye.